and welcome in. Thank you for coming and tuning in. I am Jay, and to my left, right? No, is it
No.
left or right? No,
No, other way.
this is my right.
Other
So,
way.
I'm the
this is
other
my
way.
left.
I'm in the trash
Yeah,
corner,
that way.
remember?
Mhm. Yeah, trash corner. Sitting in my pile of trash behind me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Are you good over there? Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Who am
Just
I?
double checking. Yeah. She dances like a sim. She leans like Aerith, who also leans like Tifa. She's wonderful. She builds. And she says, Jesus fucking Christ, every once in a while. She's Shalua.
Hi, I'm Shalua. I may do some of those things, maybe. I don't know. But hi. Above me here is our wonderful, wonderful Zenith. Part of my family. All right. My sibling from another cribbling, if you will, whom I've dubbed the edgy cotton candy.
And I am very honored by that. Hi, Zenith here. And then to this side of me, we have our resident butthead, everybody's favorite Canadian Kiwi, who is the parent of a precious pipsqueak pup named Pedro, the great, the wonderful, the loved Kiwa.
Hello,
Aw.
hello. Thank you very much. That was almost too kind. Yes, I am here. And it is with my great honor that, not last, and certainly not least, I get to introduce the gentleman below me. Some say he's known as quite the wordsmith, and some say his rambles go on for hours and hours and hours. But to us, he is known as Jay, Outlaw Man number 76.
Evening.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. So, yeah, our first podcast. And
God help us all.
God help all the listeners, that's for certain. We're going to go over a quick agenda there of what we're going to be talking about there today. And basically what we're going to be hoping to look at each episode that we bring out here. So tonight we're going to be going over a couple of topics, hopefully 3. We'll see how many we can get through. But first off, we're going to be trying to come across our name of said podcast. And we'll see if we can come to an opinion on it. We also are going to try to talk about why we're doing a podcast, what we want to get out of said podcast, and what we hope to bring to our wonderful audience and listeners. And then finally, a bit of a mental health topic about how Twitch, being a streamer, being a viewer, affects us on and off the cameras.
Wait, you guys turned your cameras off? Crap. It was news to
Oh
me.
my God.
Jesus fucking Christ, Jay.
First
So-
of the podcast, we're going to have to keep a tally, y'all.
There's one.
The counter.
So, choosing a name. Choosing the name. What have we come up with? Can I start with you, there, Jay, now that you're taking a drink?
Mm.
Why does it have
No.
a lid?
To keep
Because, well, just to keep any flying things around. I used to have fruit flies, and I don't anymore, and I'm a man of habit. So it's
fair
been,
and valid.
It's to keep the nasty in and not out.
yes, I want the nasty all in me.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, well, I am just fond of the name In Through the Outdoors, because that's kind of what we are all of the ilk to pull on a door that says push and see a cross where apparently there's a sprayed out cube, so that sort of thing. So we go in through the outdoors.
Wait, wasn't that my idea? Did I come up with that one?
No.
You had to
No,
push
you
through the
did
pool.
falling up the stairs.
No.
Damn it.
Anyway, Shalua, would you like to say what you've come up with? I believe you've
I
got a
don't
couple
remember.
of-
I tried to scroll up to find all of them, and there were so many that I just wrote in there. I don't know. So
Somebody didn't do their homework.
listen, I like all of them, but a couple
All
of the
them was
last
taken.
ones I came out was, are we there yet? To be determined. And then today I was thinking just like in general, like how people have been feeling recently. And I thought of keeping on and best days. Because best days sounds way more like cheesy and corny, and I kind of don't like it. But kind of just the idea of like, I don't know, when people are like, I'll be happy when this, or I'll be happy when I get this promotion, or I have this amount of money so I can pay for whatever expenses and da da da, or when I'm with this person or whatever. And it's kind of always this like chasing of like happiness, and you never get there because you get there and then you realize you're not happy and you're like, I'm missing something yet. And that's not like, it's now, you know what I mean? And it's not something that's easy to do. And it's certainly not something that I'm freaking good at. Let's be real. But it's a whole thing. And I think it's something that a lot of people relate to. And it sucks. And yeah. But it's about staying positive too. So I don't know. One of those, some of those.
Got a lot of options there. Definitely.
I know. I don't know.
Zenith.
I mean, I'm kind of partial to goofy as hell names, and I mean, I think we've all at one time or another jokingly called ourselves potatoes. So I thought about four potatoes in a patch, or perhaps 4 taters on the tubes. You know, just as a little cute play on words type thing.
I like potatoes.
I know potatoes are the best food. Let's be honest here. We've had this discussion
I know.
so much. But I mean, failing that, I honestly really, really just like the idea of falling up the stairs, because I think we all just kind of know that feeling, and you just have to get up and keep going anyhow to get to the top. But you still got to deal with the damage that comes with falling face first onto a stair.
I've never done it myself, but I mean, I can understand the concept.
Have you ever fallen down the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Socks and a freshly polished linoleum staircase.
Okay.
Really didn't go well.
I'm glad you've experienced one of those things. Jay?
I'm
It was
sorry.
52 steps. I fell on the third top one.
Oh, honey.
I've fallen in all directions on the stairs,
There
up,
you go.
down, and side to side.
Both sides?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm equal opportunity.
Bravo.
Or an overachiever.
That too, yeah. Oh.
Well, I mean, I posted a few there, and the ones I came out with and I thought of was I definitely had the pushing on the pool door. That was something I think I came up with, but I think it was all like still we were kind of mixed them all together.
Mm-hmm.
I had also tripping on flat ground. And then,
I've done that.
And I also did have falling upstairs written down too. I had all 3 of those. But then with Shador, what you just said there about, you know, the keeping on the best days, chasing the carrot dreams. Have you ever heard the phrase chasing the carrot? It's basically you're always trying to get that carrot, but it's always moving ahead of you. So I thought it's something along those lines as well.
Yeah. The carrot analogy is usually used in relation to like workforces and stuff. And the
Or
concept,
donkeys.
well, no, it's used in like when you're doing a job that's like, oh, hi, Maru. This is my cat. When you're doing a very basic job that doesn't require a lot of like mental stuff, like super basic, you know, the carrot rewards works really well. But then once you get up to like higher level jobs and things, like people don't respond to that as well. It's just kind of like, well, I'm just doing it because I want to help. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. That's usually what that's used for. So that's the first thing that pops into my mind is work.
Okay,
when you talk about the carrot.
What about chasing the carrot cake? Instead of trying to reach that next level of like employment or whatever, you're chasing the sweet life. You're looking for, you know, the sweeter things in life, the good things.
Question.
Yes.
Does it have to be a carrot? I won't chase a carrot, but I'll chase the shit out of a cheeseburger. Like, is there options there? Like, can we, maybe chase a quarter pounder or something? I'll chase it. I'll chase the shit out of Big Mac. And
I mean, Shamrock Shake for me, but I'm an easy bitch to please, to be honest. Oh, the tail. The tail.
Upstages
So-
everything. My cat.
It does. She does. She's adorable.
So, are we any closer to picking the name?
No.
No.
but we're closer. We all agree that Maru is awesome. So
Yeah.
we do have consensus on that.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
know.
I
I like the
think we
stare in
might-
the door thing a
Yeah.
lot.
Those are my top two.
Okay. So I guess it's going to be a surprise of what we pick, which we'll pick after the podcast.
Okay.
Always do a random number generator. Assign
Oh
Yeah.
God.
one evens, one odds, and go to 1 to 100, and
And
whatever
whatever
comes
it
out.
picks, we choose the opposite.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
it usually works when I use those things.
Oh my God.
Excellent.
Okay.
We should look and put a graphic on the screen of like, tick, 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 tick. We pick that.
We just know we need that to figure out what we don't want. That's exactly it.
Really, though.
It's like, no, don't like that.
Wonderful. I guess we can move on to topic 2.
Why the Cabbage Patch dance is not cooler than it already is. Wait, no, sorry, I have the wrong notes here. Go on. What's topic 2?
Well, topic 2 is why are we doing a podcast and what do we want to get out of it? Jay?
I just like hearing myself talk. I'm actually here against my will. I've been blinking SOS this entire time, so please send help.
Look, I offered you a cheeseburger to do this and you said okay. Like, what more do you want?
You haven't fed me in 3 days.
Yeah,
That's
but I
why
fed you for 4 nights.
That's why I'm here doing this, because nothing beats being able to have this level of
Oh my
back and
God.
forth
I think, you need,
enjoyment.
I think you need to point to your trash corner and above and say that's why we're doing this. Because that's personally what I'm doing it, is to get that sort of reaction. Not
Yep.
just from these two and yourself, Joe, but from the general audience as well. We have some laughter, and I think in each of our streams we always have apparently people laughing and people crying, and as in Shadow's case
Shut
now.
up.
But basically, we come up with some pretty crazy things that we discuss during our streams, and
Oh my
I wanted to relay that over and give people more on a different format.
I mean, this is sort of trying to bottle this up in a good form and put this out there and let people listen to it or watch it on a day. Maybe they can't make it to the stream and hear us ask a ghost if it's down to have dimensional
Species
relations.
Yeah.
Interdimensional. Oh my God. Okay.
Spectral relations. Maybe they're not
Jesus
there to hear that.
Christ,
So
Jay.
We need to ask consent. Consent is very important.
yes, you have to ask consent. Sometimes they tell me to go away. It hurts. Rejection hurts. Okay, I'm human, but I do listen and go away. But that's why I'm doing this, just to be able to
To talk about
enjoy this
consent.
time. Yes, consent's important, kids.
Kids.
Teach them young. Sippy Lua, what do you hope to get out of this?
Hi.
Follow that.
I can't. I literally can't. So I love you guys. And literally we sat here for an hour talking before we even really started. And it was hilarious and fun and amazing. And I love you guys. And I would like more nights like this. But yeah, also because I don't know, spread some positivity and hilarity into the world instead of,
Espressos.
some of the weird, crazy, disturbing things that I see on the internet or read about or hear about or whatever. And I'm just like, why
Don't
can't
worry,
we
Dave.
all just respect each other?
You told me to send you that, okay? You asked me to send that to you.
Which
and
part?
Now you're
What?
saying it's the weird stuff you read on the internet. Like, you asked me to send you
No,
that.
that's not. That's not what I was talking about.
I think it was specifically
I
asked
don't
you
think-
to send that. I think it was you offered to send the Jolly Green Giant.
Hey, Patrick the Ogre's out here.
I
learning
meant
life.
that's really not what I was referring to, but okay. Yeah. Okay.
Zenith.
You're up.
As you're in disbelief of what is being spoken and possibly hyperventilating, can you explain what you want to?
I
speak
mean,
about
let's
it?
be real. I'm just a huge attention hog that just basks in.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I'm not. I am a shy little shit, and I recognize this about myself, but like, I want to make people smile. I want to make people's days better. I want to be goofy with y'all because I love you guys and you're my best friggin' friends.
High five.
And like,
Oh,
Okay.
on my screen,
And
you
like-
just smacked her on the top of the head. Anyway,
It's okay.
High
I'm
five.
recording, not you.
Really?
I really just want to make people smile. I want, to make days better and brighter. And if I get to hang out with you guys and be a nerd doing it and laugh my little ass off, well, that's just a nice little bonus, really.
Nerd.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but you're all pretty awesome.
I'm a
I'll
derp.
tell you.
We're not doing this tonight, are we? Wait. That
5 minutes
was
before we start
hilarious. I
recording.
was like, what, is it
Oh.
really that late already? It's like-
Listen, I am just full of derp tonight.
You need to put
Late.
down the happy juice.
What do you mean late? It's whatever time it is in your time zone. O'clock. It's not
Okay.
late. What do you mean?
Kiwa, I want you to know there is absolutely no alcohol in this. This is all just water with some crystal light in it. I wish
why is
there
it
was alcohol in here.
Brown.
This is
Huh?
model.
It looks brown.
It's the bottle. It's like
The
crystal
bottle
light.
looks white, and the liquid inside it looks very brown.
Pink on the bottom,
I don't know where you.
purple,
I'm
blue.
not sure your location, but I think they need to check their water supply.
It just
should
looks like
be
some New York
simple.
City tap water. Just went out to the
Sewage water.
Hudson and
One Kiwa. How about that?
Well, anyway, I think you all
Your
sort
turn.
of skipped over the whole thing of me saying, "Hey, we're doing this, and come along and have a laugh." But I do thank all three of you for agreeing to do this with me, and hopefully we can have a mini laugh along the way and on this journey that we're going to be taking. We haven't really come up with any sort of set schedule. It's going to be pretty much as quickly as we can really piece them together and edit them and find time. Time is of the essence, really, isn't it? Something we never ever have enough of.
And also, we have no concept of time because every single one of us has some sort of ADHD. Like,
You-
what is time? Sounds like a fake made up concept to sell more clocks.
Is this where we put in an exclamation point shiny for sure?
don't you worry.
I mean,
Lua.
To be fair, I should have that command too.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, when you start streaming again, don't worry. I'll put it in there.
Good. I need to be called out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's part of our magic is the tangents we go off on. And,
Oh, absolutely.
and
Jay, I
our-
remember when you first started streaming and you told me a little bit after you started, you were like, I used to make fun of you all the time when you were you read a comment and you were like, wait, what did I say? And now it happens to me. And I was like, see, it's harder than it looks.
It's a lot harder than it looks. And I go off on so many tangents. And you know what? I come back to a comment 10 minutes later because, damn it, I started a conversation. I'm going to finish it. I don't care that,
Admirable.
I don't
I am
care that
very
I've gone offline. I will finish that conversation in my room after stream by myself.
Was today's talking about boxes and crosses?
Yes.
Yeah.
I finished that conversation plenty by myself. Listen, okay, I don't have an arts and craft mind. Okay, it was a cross.
Mhm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but what did she have? Boxes. What is a box? Square. No, it is not a square. It's a cube.
Cube, square,
It's
circle,
a square.
potato,
No, a
potato.
square is flat.
No, Jay, you can't rebuttal that. Shalua has made a statement with claps. She's clapped that statement
Wait,
to
that
you.
didn't go
You
through.
will now listen. You will now listen.
Yeah, you could. In New York, the clap is more aggressive. The clap is.
I thought the clap was pretty life. Like it's going to be there for a while.
Isn't
If
the
you've
clap?
got the clap.
Isn't it like burn when you pee? Isn't that the clap?
I hate you so much.
Excellent.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I think that takes us on to topic 3.
Yeah.
If ever there's a transition.
clap transitions us to the next topic.
Clap ourselves
Let's
on over
just-
to the next topic. 0 out of 10 claps.
Definitely not with the clap on that one.
Oh, Jesus.
So the final topic here is we've all been streaming. We've all streamed there, and we've all been watching other people's streams. And quite often, I've found it personally there that I've during one of my streams, I've had a new viewer or an existing viewer come into my stream and they've had an issue in the past or a recent thing that's just happened. Whether it is from sick animals to family members being in trouble, or I've had deaths in the family, close family. People come into my chat to describe what's happened, and sometimes in quite graphic detail. And other ones I've got a couple of people there who they're going through some personal things, and they're unable to be in the stream as often as they used to. And I quite often find myself off stream thinking about these people, about what are they going through and what is their life, and how what they're going through is now affecting me. And sometimes it's quite tough to getting through, what these people are going through and trying to. I mean, I take it on board quite a bit, and I just wanted to sort of go through this together and see if am I alone, and have you experienced similar things, and how do you kind of not so much combat it, but how do you manage that and mitigate that after stream effect?
Who do you want to start with?
Open floor.
Well,
Oh,
as a wise man once told me, control what you can control. But I'm not
I
very
mean,
good at
that's-
doing that.
That's solid advice, honestly, and leaning on your friends to just be like, hey, so I had somebody come into stream and drop some stuff on me. Is it cool if I vent here? Or that sort of thing, Just don't let it, sit there and bottle up.
No. So for me, the way I try to approach it, I have like a many hats approach, because when they say that in the stream, whether they're a new viewer or somebody I know, I'm thinking of the community as a whole and them as a person. Like you want to address their issue, but you don't, like, because you have to think of everybody else who's listening as well. It's all you try to think of everybody equally. So you have to take their feelings into consideration. Do you want to then steer the whole stream towards not doom and gloom, but if somebody's feeling upset, then you also don't want to be like sort of brushing them off, kind of like, oh, whatever happened, hey, let's go do this. So it's kind of a 50-50 balance. You try to give them the space that they feel, because they obviously need to tell somebody. Because if they didn't need to tell somebody, they wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, said something.
Yeah. So you try to give them the space they need, and then you try to also make sure that you're not encroaching on other people in the stream space. My approach is like, as for a stream on air, I'm like, hey, listen, if you just need to chat, we have Discord spaces for it. There's venting channels, there's mental health channels, there's all these kinds of channels. as far as people who are going through things and maybe, it's not something death in the family related, they're sort of going through their own thing and they're not around as much anymore. There's somebody who's actually been in, I believe, Shalua, your stream as well. And I'm not going to mention their name, but they were somebody they got me started, basically. They were the first person who taught me how to be a mod, and they kind of, showed me the ropes, and they were around for a while, and they've sort of pulled back completely. They're not in any Discord that I'm a part of anymore. They're not in any of the communities that I'm in anymore. They sort of completely withdrawn, and they've said that this is something they do, because of mental health and everything. And I do think about them a lot. I do wonder about them. I do hope they're okay. I do, like, geez, I really hope this person is doing all right. So I when it comes to that aspect, I do think about them. I don't really have a sort of method for dealing with that because I don't put too much of my energy towards it. If they need me, I'm there for them, but I don't seek them out because I try to give people as much space as possible. So,
I mean, fair though. Everybody's got their own thing for it. Me personally, if it's something serious, I'll be like, listen, I get you need to get this out, but this is something that could be triggering for people in the chat. This is something that's too much for me to handle on stream. Or I've even just straight up been like, I understand you're going through something, but this is way above my pay grade. I don't have the ability to help you. Whether that ability is the actual, knowledge to help them, or I just don't have the emotional bandwidth, I'm not afraid to say this isn't something that I'm able to help you with. You need to seek out peer-to-peer counseling or, seek out professional help if you're able. It's a really delicate balancing act, especially when, like, in my community, there are a lot of mentally ill people, or there's disabled people, or, survivors of various types of assault. It's really, really hard when you have a community like that, especially because there's so many different issues at play, and you're always afraid of, if I try to help this person, is it going to make somebody else's night worse? Are they going to have like a PTSD flashback even? So it's really hard. And I mean, you guys have been there for me when I've dealt with that crap coming, up on my stream. And thank you all for that, because y'all are the MVPs for that, honestly.
Hi. Hugs.
Hugs.
No, definitely. I think definitely that peer support network is definitely key. And that's where I try myself as well. You, both Jay and Xanth, you both sort of mentioned it, that giving the person who's coming up with these issues and they want to talk about it, giving them definitely that space and a little bit of time to sit there and say, they're valid, and that we are listening, that we do want to help. It's just, how can we help right now? And most of the time is we can't. We are doing our thing. We are doing our stream, and as you said, Jay, we got to think about the masses. Whether it's 2 people watching or 200.
Yeah,
we got to think of the whole thing. And it's definitely something that personally I'm still trying, even after streaming for coming up 2 years, still trying to get that through my own head to say, I can't help everyone at the exact moment. I have to give them the attention and time they need as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I tell people who need it, like, listen, if it's something that you really need to, and I do this for more people who I've known, right? Because I think also a pitfall of it is, if it's a new person, you're a little guarded because sometimes people like to use this as a way to troll. So
unfortunately, that's a very common thing.
Yeah. So that's another aspect of it that is kind of like a sort of a verification phase, especially if they're new. But like, if it's somebody I know and, they're just like, hey, I'm not feeling it or whatever, or I just want to lurk, I'm not doing, whatever, not feeling too good, or whatever the case may be, I tell them, listen, shoot me a message or I'll write you after stream if you want. Because I think sometimes they need that one-on-one they need more attention than, I can't, because I'm a jovial person when I'm streaming. I make jokes. And if somebody's coming in with something upsetting or, a death in the family or something, the last thing you want is like, okay, I'm here for you, blah, blah, blah. And then like a haha joke, like a knock knock joke right afterwards. So it's like, you try to tell them, look, I am here and I understand what you're saying, but it's time and place, and you're not any less valid or worth attention. It's just in order to give you the attention you need, it needs to be in a different form.
Yep. And that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing is you also have to look out for your own mental health. Like, I'm a people pleaser. It's a serious issue I have. I am working through it, but I am so afraid of hurting somebody that I will often go out of my way to help people to my own detriment. And I'm getting better about that, but I mean, there's still times even with friends where I'm not in the right place mentally, or I'm exhausted, and I'll push myself beyond my limits to try and help them. And I'll end up miserable the next day. And no, this isn't directed toward any of you. There's somebody in particular I'm thinking of, and they won't end up watching this anyway, but no names. But there's a lot going on in their life. And like, I worry about them because I'm one of the few people that they're able to talk to about this. So I don't want to say I can't do this right now. And
Yeah.
part of that is why I haven't been around as much, because that's been kicking my ass. And I'm, like I said, I'm doing better now about it. Partner has been helping me with that, thank God. But you have to look out for your own mental health too, because you can't set yourself on fire to keep somebody else warm, basically. And that's something that's so hard to do, especially
Boundaries
when
are
it comes
hard.
to it. Huh?
Boundaries are hard.
Boundaries are hard, and they fucking suck trying to set them, especially when it's a friend. But you really cannot set yourself on fire to keep somebody else warm.
Yeah.
And it's hell trying to do that, especially when it's on a stream, especially when it's a viewer, because you also have to worry about that whole parasocial relationship thing, basically, where they see you as like their best friend, and you have to figure out how to navigate that whole clusterfuck, basically, of how do I tell them this isn't cool without alienating them or making them feel unwelcome. Because, like, sometimes some of the stuff they can lay on you is just a lot.
Very
like,
deep.
Yeah. Way too much. It's like, hold up, I don't know you like that. Can we maybe take a step back here? Because this isn't something I need to be hearing, or something I can help you with. Like, that's just a whole nother can of worms, though.
Yeah. That's the thing. So like, there's so much personality managing that has to go into it, because some people are they're very friendly, or they will open up to you, but they're sort of taciturn. They don't really talk to you too much, but they'll drop maybe something heavy on you occasionally. And then there's some that like need more attention than you're able to give, even off stream.
Yup.
Message you all the time, and I'm like, I have a life. Hello. Even my friends don't talk to me this much. Sorry.
Yep. No, that's exactly, but you hit the nail right on the head. That's exactly. And I think as soon as I mentioned, I think we all know, because we've all had that encounter, and it's kind of like, okay, I feel like you need more attention than I can give you. I am sort of, I try to be empathetic towards people, but I don't take on their emotions. I'm good at walling that off.
That's so good. I'm so glad you're able to do that. That is hard.
I'm not even joking. Like, after podcasts, teach me your secrets. I need to know these things.
Like, I just listen to what they got to say, and then it's, I'm like, I give them the perspective, and then when it's done, I sort of just like, it's like a mental cleanse. Like, okay, that's their world. You know, like I'm lucky in that I don't take on their emotions, so I'm able to be there for a lot of people without it taking a toll on me. You know, the only like I say, what worries me on stream is when there is, you know, like a whole community thing. Sometimes it's really wholesome in that other people will volunteer to like be there, and then it becomes like, you know, community thing where the whole community's there for them and they feel enveloped by love, and that's really cool. You know, but that has to be natural. Like you can't be like, okay, chat, sick them, you know, and like, you know, like it doesn't work that way. So you just hope that through Discord and through the other community building services that you have and tools, that they can either reach out to you and you're able to help them in a way that's safe for you, or other people may be able to, you know, put them in connection with people that can help them.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good advice there. And I think on another podcast we probably retouch on that and sort of come up with some of the coping mechanisms and the ways that we can support each other as well.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also important, side note, like when someone does come into your chat like that, I've had to do this a couple times because it was like that you know, the new person where you're like, I don't know this person, So you're just like, just FYI, like setting that boundary. I am just, you know, another human, okay? Like I'm no professional, like I can't like help you through this. I can just listen. Like that's really all I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like I can't teach you how to cope. I'm no therapist. Like if you want to just vent, get it out, cool. And they're like, "Oh, no. Yeah, no, I get it." I'm like, "Okay." Some people don't understand that. So like I think just being very clear when someone comes in, "Hey, can I whatever vent?" Like to just side note, just that's fine. Just be aware that, you know, I can't.
That's fine.
You know.
But for your case, Shalua booty.
No. Just no.
You can
That I feel like that kind of helps it from not like, I don't know, if you don't say that, it can sometimes like go down a huge, like you're just on a train, you don't know where we're going and you're like, holy shit, no, slow down. Like, nope. But yeah,
I agree with at some point touching on this again, because there's a whole other aspect to this side of it where, you know, as streamers handling being people's, because like a lot of people will try to use us to fill needs that they have in their lives, and like you know, we've all run across people like that. Like you know, it's just dealing with that in a way, because sometimes they're really kind people, like kind-hearted people. They just don't get the whole streamer viewer relationship, and they kind of, the boundaries kind of in their mind get mixed a little, and you know, it can be an issue. So I think there's a whole like other side of this topic that we could get into at some point.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you could talk about streaming for forever. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Honestly, though.
That's what half our streams are, isn't it? Just be able to talk forever.
Yeah. At least 4 hours.
Yeah.
You heard
I thought most of our streams were us being absolute fucking nerds and making each other laugh to the point of tears, but especially in Phasmo, that's when we get up to the real shenanigans.
I gotta reinstall that.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm an OG. I never uninstalled it. So.
Neither did I.
Should have had to make space for this podcast.
Oh my god.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
True.
You mean the fun cast?
Yeah.
Oh god, are we gonna have to get sponsors and stuff?
Do you just
guys?
do finger guns?
Commercials?
Yeah.
What?
Do finger guns.
This is sponsored by Shalua's cat,
Brand.
Maru.
I will twerk for sponsorships.
And on that note, thank y'all for listening. This has been currently an unnamed podcast. It's been fun. Sponsored by many laughs. What?
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legend.
No, it's not. It is absolutely not. It is sponsored by laughter and my cheeks hurting from laughing too much. So yeah.
Claptastic.
The claptastic.
This is Shalua and the rest of the crew.
Clue?
The rest
Do you
of
want to
the
say that
crew.
line again?
No.
Colonel Mustard in the library with a candlestick.
The Shakrua.
Signing off on that note. Thanks for listening. Good Lord.
Don't
See you
forget
again.
to check the description for all the links to each of our channels to see the chaoticness that we normally bring you.